Hello students, this is Professor Sagar Birje and I welcome you all for the online class for analog and digital electronics. So in this class, we will be looking with respect to the K-map simplification examples. So in my previous video, you must have seen the procedure for simplifying the Boolean expression using K-map. So if you have really understood and gone through the previous videos and understood the videos of the procedure that we need to apply or follow in simplifying the Boolean expression using K-map, the next part is applying those procedures in understanding how we simplify the Boolean expression using K-map. So today we will be taking few of the examples and we will be trying to simplify the Boolean expression examples or expressions using a K-map. So basically when we look into a Boolean expression is a sum of product form which can be represented using K-map by placing the ones in the cell, actually those ones which we call as a mean term. Okay, so the expression can be represented using a K-map by placing the ones into those cells which we correspond to a term called as minimum term in the sum of product form. So let us take one example and try to understand the procedure for applying the K-map rules in simplifying the Boolean expression. So the first example what we have, example 1 that I am going to take is we are going to plot a Boolean expression for the given function y is equal to, I have a b c bar plus abc plus a bar b bar c. So this is a Boolean expression where we are going to plot using K-map. So if you look into this expression, what is that we need to see to plot a K-map? We need to know how many variables are there. Based on these variables, we will come to know how many cells are going to be there in a part of a K-map. So the formula is 2 raised to n, where n stands for, yes, n is equal to number of variables. Yes. Now in this expression, if you look into how many variables are there? There are 3 variables, A, B and C. Okay. So it is a standard sum of product expression because all the variables are present in each of the product. So here you can see there are 3 variables. So here n is equal to 3. So 2 raised to 3. So how many cells? So totally we are going to have 8 cells. So it is a 3 variable K map. So it is a 3 variable K map. Okay. So let us plot the K map for the given Boolean expression. So here how I am going to do? So totally we are going to have 3 variables and using those 3 variables, how many cells we are going to have? We are going to have 8 cells. Okay. So it goes like this: A, B and C. So this is one thing. The other side represented by A bar and A, which is 0 and 1, and the next part what you have is 0 0, 0 1, 1 1 and 1 0. So we represent it as B bar, C bar, B bar, C, BC and BC bar. Okay. Now Now the first procedure says that whichever terms are present in the given expression, to those particular terms I need to put a ones into those particular cells. Okay, so first of all I need to name those particular cells. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, hope the numbering of the cells is known to you, and how the numbering is done. Already I have discussed this in your previous video classes. If you want to understand it, you can refer to my previous videos. Fine. Now, if you look here, which are the terms which are present? Here, A, B. We will take this first term, A, B, C bar. Which is this? A, B, C bar. Now, this is one term, A, B, C bar. I am going to put a 1 in this particular cell. Get it? Now, the second one is A, B, C. Okay, the first one is over. Now the second one, the second product term is A, B, C. So where it is? A, check out where it is, B, C. So I am going to put a 1 here. Okay, A, B, C, A, B, C. I am going to put a 1 in this. The next term is, yes, A bar, B bar, C. A bar, B bar, C. A bar, B bar, C. Yeah. Yes. A bar, B bar, C. So here it is A bar, B bar, C. Getting? Now, when all the three terms are over, there is any other term, product term in the expression? No. There are how many? 3 product terms. So this is a sum of products expression, a standard sum of product expression. We are going to simplify this sum of product expression using a K-map technique. So first what we do, whatever product terms that are there, first look into the number of variables that are given in the expression, 3 variables. So 2 raised to 3, how many cells? 8 cells. Okay, we are going to plot a K-map for a 3 variable. The first cell starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So total 8 cells, and now I need to put the ones into those cells where the product term is a part of my given Boolean expression. So A, B, C bar, this is A, B, C bar, I have put a 1 here. Next term is A, B, C. Check out where is A, B, C in this particular cell. I am going to put it, and the third one is A bar, B bar, C. A bar, B bar, C. Okay. Now once I have plotted those ones in those respective cells, what I am going to do? The remaining cells are going to be marked as 0. Okay. The remaining cells which are not a part of a Boolean expression are going to be marked as 0. Now the next says that check out for the ones which have adjacent cells which have adjacent ones to each other. So you can go with pair, chord and an oct. So as here we can see we have a pair, the cell number 7 and cell number 6, they are adjacent to each other. So I pair this 2 ones. Okay, I pair this 2 ones. So here what happens? I need to write an expression for this. Okay, I am going to write an expression for this. Now here if you look into, for this one and this one, what is that? The common variable what we have is A. Okay, so A is going to be a part of that, and for this one we have B, C, and for this one we have B, C bar. Okay, so in that we need to check the variable which is changing. Check out the variable which is changing. Which is the variable which is changing? You see the variable C in this term BC, C, and in this term B, C bar. So B, C and B, C bar. What is changing? C is changing. Why? Because here C is in a uncomplemented form, whereas here C is in a complemented form. So as I have told you, a variable at a given point of time can hold only one value, either a 0 or a 1. It cannot hold both the values 0 and 1. So here you can see the constant variable which is present in both the term is b. Here b is also in an uncomplemented form, here b is also an uncomplemented form. So find out the term either which is constant or which is changing. So here if you see C is changing because in this term BC, product term BC, C is in uncomplemented form, whereas in the other product term B C bar, C is in an complemented form. So I take it as B. Getting? Hope you have understood why I have taken B, because B is not changing and it is holding only one value at a given point of time. Why I have taken here A? Because for this one and this one, the term or the variable which is represented is A itself. So A. The expression what has come out is A, B. Next, you can see the one which is remaining in the cell number 1. So you find that there is no adjacent ones present here. Neither this cell has any adjacent one, nor this, nor this. So this is an isolated one. This is an isolated one. So what we have to do? We have to represent the terms for this one as it is. For this, you see the term is A bar. So here, for this, when I write an expression, it becomes A bar. For this one, it is A bar. And for this, you see B bar and C. B bar and C. Getting? So for this one, it is B bar and C. So the final expression, what we are going to have is y is equal to A bar, B bar, C plus AB. So this is the simplified expression in a sum of product form for the given Boolean expression A, B, C bar plus ABC plus A bar, B bar, C using K-map. Getting? So here we got an isolated one. For that isolated one, you could see I have taken it as A bar and B bar, C. Why it is an isolated one? Because there is, you can find in the neighboring adjacent cell, that is 3, or the neighboring adjacent cell which is 5, or the neighboring adjacent cell which is 0, there are no ones present there. If there would have been any one in this either of these 3 cells, I would have grouped that one along with that, and I would have paired it, and I would have found the expression for the simplified expression for that particular pairing. But in this case, I won't find any ones present in either of the adjacent cells. So in this case, this one we call it as an isolated one, and I pair it along with itself, and whatever term that it is representing in this K-map, I am going to represent it in a product term. So this is the final expression for the given Boolean expression which we have simplified using K-map. Hope you have understood this first example. Okay. So the next example that I am going to take is, okay, so the next example what I have to take is, okay, y equal to A bar, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B bar, C plus A bar, B, C bar plus A, B, C bar. So this is a new Boolean expression that we are going to simplify using K-map. So again, in this expression, how many variables are there? We have 3 variables, A, B and C. So this expression contains how many variables? 3 variables. Again, the value of n is going to be 3. So totally how many cells are going to be there? 3 cells. So it is a, once again, a 3 variable K-map. So let us, okay, I will just erase this. Hope you have understood the previous example and you have noted it down. Now, the next one I am going to represent as it is a 3 variable K map. Yes, I am going to plot the cells. I am going to plot the cells. Now, if you look into the variables that I have used A, B, C, so 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1 and here. So this represents it as A bar and this we represent as A, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. B bar, C bar, B bar, C, B, C, B, C bar. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So numbering of cells initially for your practice I will be using it. Later on you will come to know once you have practiced sufficiently by taking different examples, then the numbering of cells is optional. Okay, this is for just our reference so that we do not put a 1 in the cell which is not present in the given function. Now, let us start plotting the ones in those cells which are a part of my Boolean expression. The first one is A bar, B bar, C bar. So, A bar, B bar, C bar. So, yes, it comes here. So, I am going to plot a 1 here. Now, the first product term is over in the given standard sum of product form expression. The next one is A bar, B bar, C. A bar, B bar, C. So, just intersect the cells which are coming together. So, A bar, B bar, C. A 1 comes here. Next one is, so this term is over. The third term is A bar, B, C bar. A bar, B, C bar. Okay, I am going to put a 1 here. Fine. So the 3 product terms are over, and finally I have the last product term in the given Boolean expression, that is A, B, C bar. A, B, C bar. So it will come here. Okay. So hope the plotting of ones in the cells is clear. This is with respect to the terms which are present in the Boolean expression. So this is not present. So remaining cells I put it as 0, which is again an optional part. Now the second procedure, once all the ones are represented in the cells which are a part of my Boolean expression, then pairing. So is it possible to group 4 ones or 8 ones? Go for maximum grouping. Whether all the cells have ones? No. So 8 grouping is not possible. Now go for the maximum, next maximum grouping, that is 4. Can you find the cells, 4 cells which have adjacent ones? No, there are 2, but there is no adjacent ones here. Here also, this would have been because, but there is a 0 here, so I cannot have 4 pair grouping. So that is not possible. So possibility is having only pair of 2 ones which are adjacent to each other. So which are those? You can find for this one there is an adjacent one present here. So I group this. Okay, so I group this. So the next, which are those? For this one you can find the adjacent one present here. So what I do? I just group this. Okay, that is fine. So here you can see the expression what I am going to write. So what is the expression that I am going to write for these 2 ones of pair? Tell me. Okay, this one and this one, what you should write? A bar, correct. And for this one, what are the terms that are being represented? B bar and C bar. For this one, what are the terms which are represented? B bar and C. Now what I have told in the previous example, find out the term which is changing or variable which is changing or the term which is constant in both the product term. So either of the one. So if you look into the term which is constant, which is that B bar, here and here, B bar is constant. The term which is changing is C and C bar. So in this term it is C, here it is C bar. So here it is an uncomplemented form, whereas in this term for this one it is in a complemented form. So select the variable which is remaining constant. So which is that? B bar. So I will take this as B bar. For this expression we have the simplified one, A bar, B bar. Getting? Now coming to this particular term. Coming to this particular term, what is there now? Yes, if you look for this one, the variable is A. For this one, the variable is A bar. So as I told you, a variable can hold only one value at a given point of time. So here what is happening for this particular one, the value that is going to be stored in the variable A is 1. For this particular one, the value that is going to be stored in this variable is 0. So I have represented as A bar in a complemented form. Here it is an uncomplemented form because it is holding a value 1. So as I told you, at a given point of time, a variable can hold only one value. Either it can be as 1 or it can be a 0. But for a given pair of ones, as I have paired this, for this one it is holding the value as 1 and for this one it is holding the value as 0. So I cannot take A or A bar as a part of my expression, final expression, because they are varying. Okay. Now let me go to the other one. So row is over. Now let me go to the column side. So this one and this one. So for both the ones, the term is going to remain the same. It is B C bar. So as both the ones are representing the same term, so the expression what it will be B. So the final expression, as I have put it, my final expression will be y is equal to A bar B bar plus B C bar. Why? Because our expression will be which form? The sum of product form. Getting? So this is how we simplify the given Boolean expression using KML for the three variables. Hope you have understood this problem. Okay, so okay, fine. Some of the students may have a doubt that okay, in the folding rule, you had told sir that if I fold this, okay, this one will come here and this one will come here, sir. So can it not be a pair or a chord? Yes, but if you look here, what is happening? Here already this one has been paired with this and this one has been paired with this. So we need not fold this, as if this was the only one which was there, then I would have paired this one with this one. Okay, so this is possible. So we can go with this. Okay, so hope you have understood this example. So let us move on to the third example of this K-map simplification. So here in this we are going to take an example what we were discussing previously. We are taking it as A bar, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B, C bar. This is the next product term. Next we have A, B bar, C bar and plus A, B, C bar. So we have the four product terms present in this Boolean expression. So how many variables are there in this particular expression? 3 variables are there. Obviously it's a 3 variable K-map. So how many cells are going to be there? Totally there are going to be 8 cells. So let us repeat the same procedure, plotting the K-map, okay, with 8 cells. Fine. So as I have used A, B, C, so 0, 1, A bar, A, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is B bar, T bar, B bar, C, B, C and B, C bar. Fine. So should I number each cell? Okay, let us practice this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now, plotting of K-map is ready. Now we need to put this expressions in the cells by putting a 1 into that. So the first product term what we have is A bar, B bar, C bar. So A bar, B bar, C bar. Yes, put a 1 in that particular cell. So the next product term what we have is A bar, B, C bar. A bar, B, C bar. Put a 1 here. Yes, next one is A, B bar, C bar. Where is A? It's present here. Which is that? B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C bar. Now put a 1 here. Next one is what? A, B, C bar. A, B, C bar. Hope you have understood this. This is the third example we are simplifying. Now, is there any product term remaining in the Boolean expression? No. All the 4 product terms in the given Boolean expressions are been covered? Yes. First product term A bar, B bar, C bar. Yes. A bar, B bar, C bar. I have plotted a 1 in that particular cell. Next product term A bar, B, C bar. A bar, B, C bar. I have plotted a 1 in that particular cell. So second product term is over. The third product term A, B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C bar. I have plotted a 1 in that particular cell. The fourth one is A, B, C bar. A, B, C bar. I have plotted a 1. So what about the remaining cells which have no ones in that? What we are going to do? We are going to fill those cells with zeros because they are not a part of my Boolean expression. So what I am going to do? So I am going to group those ones now. So grouping 8, 4 and 2. So is there a possibility of grouping 8 ones? No, because the 4 cells are empty and are not a part of my Boolean expression. So possibility of 8 grouping is not there. Whether there is a possibility of grouping 4? Yes, there is a possibility of grouping 4. Why? Because if I apply a folding rule, you can see that this one and this one are adjacent to this cell and this cell. That is, the cell number 2 and cell number 6 is adjacent to cell number 0 and cell number 4. This is adjacency applying the folding rule. So when I fold this 2 corners, what will happen? This one is going to come in adjacent to this one and this one is going to come in adjacent with this one. So cell number 0 and cell number 2 are adjacent to each other. Cell number 4 and cell number 6 are adjacent to each other. So what I am going to do? I am going to group those 4 ones. Okay. So try to minimize the grouping. Getting? So I will show you what happens if we have more groupings. Fine. So when I group this 4 ones, now how do I write a final expression for this? So the final expression for this, I am going to write it like this. Okay. Just look into this. Now, as these one and this one are adjacent to each other, you look here, this one and this one. Okay. What is the value? It is A bar. Okay. Fine. Now, what will happen? It is going to be A bar. So we have like this. I will show you a small graph. I will plot it. It is A bar and A, B, C, B bar, C bar, and B, C bar. So here, this is 0, 2, 4, and 6. So just a representation of this I have shown here. So for this becomes like this now. Now for these 2 pairs it is A bar and for these 2 pairs it is A. Okay, now here what happens, as I have grouped all these 4 ones, together, what will happen? For these two it is A bar and for these 2 it is A. Again, what happens is that value or a variable which is holding a value is changing. Here it is 0 and here it is 0 and here it is 1. So I cannot take these 2. So what I am going to do? I am going to go on the upper hand of the K map. So what is that? For these 2 ones it is B bar, C bar. and for these two one it is B C bar here. For these two one it is B bar C bar, and for these two ones it is B C bar. So find out the term which is changing, or find out the term which is remaining constant. So what is that? What is that? Which is the variable which is changing? Can you answer me? Which is the variable which is changing? You can see here. In this product term we have B bar C bar, and in this product term we have B C bar. So here you can see it is B bar, whereas here B, it is in uncomplemented form. So B bar and B. So it is changing. So the only term which is changing is B. So I will not take that term as a part of my final expression. I go with C bar. Answer. So y is equal to C bar. This is the final Boolean expression, simplified Boolean expression for the given Boolean expression, which we have simplified it using K-map. Getting? Now, this is how we solve it. Okay, you have applied folding. Some of you may say that, okay, this one is adjacent with this and this one is adjacent with this. So if I group this one and this one, will it be okay? It will be okay, but we are here to simplify the K-map, simplify the Boolean expression. So there should be minimum terms in a given expression, so that while developing a circuit for this particular expression, it should have minimum complexity and minimum gates being used. So here what happens, if I pair it separately, तो क्या होगा? Here इस pair का क्या होगा? B C bar, because for this one and this one A and A bar are changing. So B C bar आएगा. तो इस pair को क्या आएगा? इस pair को क्या आएगा? B bar C bar. So the final expression would be y is equal to B bar C bar plus B C bar. So check out. So which is simpler? If I ask you to simplify the Boolean expression using K-map and draw the circuit diagram for the same simplified expression. So you find this is more simplified expression compared to this. Why? Here you require only one gate, that is your NOT gate. So here what it will be? Okay, y is equal to C bar, where C is a variable for this expression. But for this, what is happening? We require two AND gates, one OR gate and a NOT gate. So totally we require 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gates we require in order to draw this circuit. So understand the complexity involved when we are separating this grouping and we are finding the expression. So try to minimize the groups. That is very, very important. So instead of having two different pairs, grouping them and finally having the expression, try to find out whether we can group the ones in the maximum, that is 16, 8, 4 and finally you come to 2. So where there is a possibility of 4 grouping, don't go for 2 grouping. Try to put it in a 4 grouping. Where there is a possibility of 8 grouping, don't go with 4 or don't go with 2. Again the complexity of the expression will be more, the designing of the circuit will be more. So try to minimize the groupings and have a simplified expression. Hope you have understood this. How did we arrive with C bar? Okay. So fine. Okay. The next example, what we are going to try out is, okay, note down, that is plot a Boolean expression, plot a K-map for the following Boolean expression. So y is equal to A bar B bar C plus ABC plus A B bar C bar plus AB C bar using K-map. So students, let us move on to the next problem of simplifying the Boolean expression using K-map. So here as usual again we have a 3 variable K-map. Okay, so here the variables are A, B and C. So here we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, this row represents A bar and A, 1 and 0. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. So this is B bar, C bar, B bar, C, B, C and B, C bar. So the first term what we have is A bar, B bar and C. A bar, B bar and C. I represent the 1 in this particular cell. The second product term what we have in the Boolean expression is A, B, C, A, B, C. So it comes here. And the third product term what you have in your Boolean expression is A, B bar, C bar, A, B bar, C bar. It comes out here. And the fourth product term, that is A, B, C bar, is present here. So I group this. Fine. The remaining cells I am going to mark it as zeros. Now the second process is to group the number of ones. So I group these two ones as they are adjacent to each other. So what comes out, the expression after grouping these two ones is, for these two ones we have A, and for this one it is BC, and for this one it is BC bar. So which is the term which is changing? The term which is changing is C bar. So the final expression that gets added is AB. So AB is the final expression which is coming out of this pair. Now you can see for this one, this is one which is adjacent. So I pair this to ones. Okay. So after pairing this for this one and this one, what you can find, you have A, and for this one it is B bar, C bar, and for this one it is B, C bar. So what comes out is C bar. So why C bar? Because here the term B is changing. So find out any remaining terms which are left out. Yes, this is one left out, as there is no adjacent ones either to these three cells which near to this one. So the final term which is coming out, as it is an isolated one, what comes out is A bar, B bar, C. So the final expression what you have is F is equal to, or instead of F, Y is equal to, what you have, AB plus A bar, A, C bar plus A bar, B bar. So this is what the final term which is coming out. Okay. So this is another example of having a Boolean expression and simplifying this Boolean expression using your K-map. Okay. So every time you cannot expect that there will be a Boolean expression which is given, and then you will be using that Boolean expression to simplify. So there are different ways of representing the terms. So we will have sometimes the mean terms represented in a Boolean function, and those mean terms can be used to simplify the Boolean expression using K-map. So how they do? F of A, comma B, comma C, again it's a 3 variable, is equal to summation of m. Now what does summation represent? Summation represents your mean term. Okay, so already we have seen what is summation. So let us take an example of what we have. Let us take this as 1, 3, 5 and 7. So let us take this example, and the term numbers in those brackets represent the mean terms. Remember that. Okay, so let me plot the graph as it is a 3 variable K-map. So the terms here are A, B and C. So here they are all represented in small terms, small characters. So I use the same term. Okay, do not change it. A bar, A, 0 and 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. So this is B bar, C bar, B bar, C, B, C, B and C bar. Okay, now here the numbering of cell is very, very important. This will help you to put the numbers exactly in the position where they are supposed to. Okay, so now here you can see cell 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it's very easy to put the ones in the respective cell which are part of that function. So 1, 3, 5 and 7. So where is 1? See here it is 1. So I put a 1 here. Next is 3. 3 is there. Put the 1 in cell number 3. 5. Put a 1 in cell number 5 and then 7. Okay. So this is how normally we represent remaining cells, we put it as 0. So cell number 1, as it is here, I put a 1 here. 3 is there, so I put a 1 here. 5 is there, so I put in cell number 5, I put a 1. 7 is there, in cell number 7, I put a 1. Now, as you can see, all these 4 ones are adjacent to each other. This one is adjacent to this one is adjacent to this. Similarly, this one is cell 1 is adjacent to cell number 5 and cell 3 is adjacent to cell number 7. So, we group this 4 ones together, as we can have a maximum grouping of 4. So what comes out, the final expression out of this is for these 2 ones and these 2 ones, it is A bar and A. So as both A and A bar are changing, so for these 2 ones we have B bar C, and for these 2 ones we have B C. So the expression that is coming out is what? The term which is changing will be removed out, and the term which is constant will be a part of my expression. So term which is constant is C. So final expression F is equal to C. This is what we get the final output of this K-map for a given Boolean function. Okay. So this is how. Let us take another example. Okay. Hope you have understood this. Fine. Okay. Now let me change the numbers. Let me change the numbers. Let me take it as 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2 and 3. So again it is a sum of product form. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, A, B and C, A bar, A, 1 and 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So B bar, C bar, B bar, C, B, C, B, C bar. Okay. Now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Fine. Now check out the numbers and put the ones in their respective cells representing the same number. So 0 is there, I put 1 in this particular cell, 1 is there, 2 is there and 3 is there. So remaining cells are not a part of that expression, so I put 0 there. Now what I need to do? Group the number of 1. So you can find this one is adjacent to this one is adjacent to this, and this one is adjacent to this, and this one is adjacent to this. So all 4 ones are adjacent to each other. So I can group all 4 ones together. Okay, all 4 ones together. When I group all the 4 ones together, what will happen? You can find for all those 4 ones, what is the common term which is coming out? Okay, what is the common term coming out? A bar. Now for this one you can find it is B bar, C bar. For this one it is B bar C. For this one it is B C, and for this one it is B C bar. So as all the terms are changing, okay, none of the term representing those cells are constant. So I will not take any of the term as a part of my final expression. So the final expression F is equal to A bar. So this is how the simplified expression for a given function 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, fine. So this is how normally we use K-map, and this is how you use the terms. Instead of representing the variables as a part of my Boolean expression, I can use this mean terms. These mean terms represent the rows of those particular tables. Okay, now let me take another example. Okay, what I will do, 0, then 2, 4 and 6. Okay, already I think this is a solved problem. Okay, how we are going to do is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so A, B, C, B bar, C bar, B bar, C, B, C, B, C bar, A bar and A. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So which are those numbers? 0, 2. 0, 2, 4 and 6. So apply the folding rule. What happens? You find these four ones adjacent to each other, or 0 is adjacent to 2 and 4 is adjacent to 6. That is after applying the folding rule. So what happens for these two ones? These two are not going to be a part of my final expression. Okay, so what comes out is for these two ones it is b bar c bar, and for these two ones it is b c bar. Identify the constant term in this. So what is constant term? C bar is the constant term. So y is equal to c bar. So this is how the final expression that comes out of the Boolean expression what has been given for the given K-map. So in this way you can simplify most of the Boolean expression in a quick way by applying this K-map technique. Okay. Hope you have understood this terms and simplify the K-map using, simplify the Boolean expression using your K-map. Okay. So, hope you have understood the concept of today's class. In the next class, we will be looking towards the more problems on 4 variable K-map. Okay, how K-map can be applied in simplifying the 4 variable Boolean expression. Okay, so thank you for patiently watching this video, and hope you have understood the today's concept, whatever we have studied. If any doubts you have, kindly feel free to contact me and get your doubts solved. Thank you very much.